Breaking this Friday, U.S. inflation slows to 3%, but data came late, delayed by the ongoing government shutdown. Wall Street rallies on hopes of rate cuts, while trade tensions flare between Washington and Ottawa. And in tech, OpenAI launches a new web browser that lets users chat with web pages, marking a major AI integration milestone, even as experts warn of global data risks. Here's how politics, economics, and innovation are reshaping the American dream this week. Breaking this Friday, the latest U.S. inflation report shows prices rising 3% year over year, a sign that price pressure is cooling. But that report arrived a week late because of the ongoing government shutdown. Meanwhile, a diplomatic twist unfolds at the northern border. A controversial ad has frozen U.S.-Canada trade talks. And in tech, OpenAI just unveiled something that could change how you use the internet forever. This is your daily look at how politics, economics, and innovation collide, and what it means for your wallet, your job, and your future. 1. Inflation eases. CPI up 3% in September. According to the Associated Press, U.S. consumer prices rose 3% year over year in September, a sign that inflation continues to moderate after last year's spikes. The Guardian confirmed similar data, noting prices rose at a 3% annual rate, slightly beating forecasts. That's good news for the Federal Reserve, which has signaled that a rate cut could come before year-end. Markets reacted quickly. The S&P 500 and Dow Jones both pushed toward record highs as investors priced in the idea of cheaper borrowing. But here's the nuance. Everyday Americans are still feeling pressure on rent, food, and insurance. Economists warn that even tame inflation doesn't feel tame when wages stall. The Fed's next move will depend on whether consumer demand keeps up through the holidays. In short, Wall Street feels relief, but Main Street still feels squeezed. 2. Government shutdown. Delays and fallout. The same AP report revealed something deeper. This crucial economic data was released over a week late because thousands of government analysts remain furloughed during the shutdown. This marks one of the longest federal shutdowns in U.S. history, stretching beyond 3 weeks. Nearly 900,000 workers are either furloughed or working without pay. Economists estimate billions in lost output. Every missed paycheck means lower consumer spending and a slower recovery even if the government reopens soon. Politically, both sides blame each other. Republicans argue the White House failed to control spending. Democrats say Congress weaponized the budget to block health and education programs. What's undeniable is that essential services, from food aid processing to housing loan approvals, are now running on fumes. 3. Trade tensions with Canada. In a developing story first reported by The Guardian, Canada's Ontario Premier paused a U.S.-aired ad that criticized new American tariffs after President Donald Trump allegedly terminated trade talks with Ottawa in response. However, and this is important, no other major outlets such as CBC, Reuters, or NBC have yet confirmed this account. So this story remains unverified and developing. If true, it would mark a serious chill in U.S.-Canada relations, with ripple effects for auto, agriculture, and steel sectors. For now, both governments have declined official comment. 4. OpenAI's Atlas. Talking to the web and tech. OpenAI just unveiled a new browser project called Atlas. According to Ars Technica, Atlas will let users chat with a web page, asking questions about what's on screen and receiving instant context from the page's data. It's the next step toward an interactive internet, where AI becomes not just a tool, but a translator between humans and information. Meanwhile, coverage from TechForge AI News reports that AI usage in China has doubled this year, and governments are racing to craft AI governance and data residency rules. Analysts say this signals a global arms race, not in weapons, but in intelligent infrastructure. Supporters call it revolutionary, making research, education, and commerce frictionless. Skeptics warn it could deepen data monopolies and privacy risks. Either way, AI is no longer science fiction. It's shaping how economies, politics, and even national power evolve. What it all means. Today's headlines connect more than you might think. Inflation slows, giving hope, but shutdown delays data, eroding trust. Markets rally, yet workers wait for paychecks. Trade with Canada falters, showing how fragile alliances can be. And AI moves closer to everyday life, redefining how the next economy will run. The U.S. stands at a crossroads between stability and reinvention. Progress is visible, but so are the cracks. What to watch next? Next week's Federal Reserve meeting. Will they confirm a rate cut? Shutdown negotiations in Congress. Any deal before November? Possible White House response to trade tensions with Canada. Early tests of OpenAI Atlas, and whether competitors like Google or Anthropic respond. Closing. So as markets rise and prices cool, the real question is America recovering, or just balancing on borrowed time? Inflation is easing, but faith in the system isn't. And in a world of shutdowns, stalled trade, and AI breakthroughs, the future is being rewritten faster than anyone expected. What do you think? Are these signs of a soft landing or another bubble forming? Comment below and tell us where you think the U.S. economy is really headed. Remember, every statistic hides a human story, maybe yours. Thanks for watching and follow us for tomorrow's update.